Hello, Maverick traders. Welcome out to your currency recap for August 28th. Corey here with you.
Disclaimer. This video was created for professional Forex and crypto traders. Maverick Currencies is a proprietary trading firm that employs professional traders around the world. Our traders trade firm capital and keep 70 to 80% of profits they generate. All trades and analysis in this video are for professional traders only. If you are interested in becoming a professional Forex and currency trader for Maverick, click the apply button in the video description. Let's break down what happened today.
All right, let's get into it. So the markets generally were up about 1% today in the S&P, the NASDAQ, international markets. Crypto was down 1%. Crypto has really struggled. It's in our news. Gold and oil flat on the day. On the news side of things, tech IPOs are making a comeback. I look at that as a little bit of a negative because, again, they're coming onto market and wanting to sell. The tech market has been strong, which is a good thing, but you have to look at it as kind of the smart money is trying to unload a lot of these tech businesses and go public and sell their shares and so on. So it could be looked at as a little bit of a negative and maybe a fundamental top more so for the tech markets perhaps. And then crypto has really struggled to get off the mat. It's trading poorly and volumes are down. Popularity is declining. A lot of the things that were really beneficial for crypto, like low interest rates and dollar printing and so on, have gone away. And so right now we're seeing crypto in more of a negative trend overall. As we look at a few charts, the S&P chart, we talked about this last week and it's playing out so far. The shoulder, the head, and we said that we should rally up to about similar to this shoulder. And sure enough, that's right where we rallied to and then fell off sharply. And now we're trying to kind of churn around. But it's my thought that this is, here's your neckline like we talked about. And this is probable to move down and through that. You can see the downward sloping moving averages and so on. So this is the classic head and shoulders top where you have higher highs, and now we're making lower highs. And the head and shoulders top is confirmed with a break of the neckline. If we look at the US dollar chart, it's really been on the inverse side of things. So the US dollar has broken out to the upside, retested that breakout zone and held and continues to work its way higher. Give credit where credit is due. The US dollar has staged a nice comeback over the past couple of months. Crypto, like we talked about, just continues to struggle, low basing after you think about how far it's fallen and it just really can't get any significant bounce. That's usually a precursor to even lower prices. For this week, we've got quite a bit on tap. We've got some GDP numbers on Wednesday in the US. We have core PCE, which is something the Fed watches closely for inflation. That comes out Thursday morning. And then we've got non-farm payrolls. And again, they focus highly. And really, the Fed's in focus because their two mandates, price stability and full employment, we've got a couple of the big numbers coming out. So US dollar should be in focus because of that. If you look internationally, there's not as much going on. Nothing to really move the euro or those things. Now, there is some CPI out of Australia. There is some CPI that could move the Swiss franc, but again, I don't think there's quite as much going on there as there is here in the US. Some ideas and some charts that look interesting. So I want to start with gold. If you look at this chart, it looks like, well, gold looks weak. We're in a downward trend, even a downward channel. This is a daily chart, so gold looks pretty weak. But if we go out a little further, and this is the long-term chart, you see these big cup and handle type of patterns, the huge resistance, the decline, the recovery, the retest, and subsequent failure. But what I think is going to happen is not a big double top. What I think is this is a retest of that resistance, and at first we get resisted, but the third time should be the charm. So I wonder aloud if gold is going up. This is GLD, the ETF, if gold's going up to 187 and above. If gold prices are going back up to 2,000 and above per ounce. I think that's the long-term trajectory. As we look at some of these other charts, I've highlighted this short Aussie, short Kiwi, short CAD, and I wonder if that's run its course. So the chart is still bearish. I mean, this is the Aussie. If you look at the Kiwi, these charts are still more bearish than bullish, but if the Aussie can get above this zone, it'll leave a little bit of kind of a fake out move, a little bit of a bear trap where people thought that we would just keep declining, and it's staging a little recovery. I'm not sure that's what's going to materialize. I think what it's got going against it is too much of kind of a risk-on approach, and I still think equities are going lower. My guess is that Aussie would go lower, but we are in a bifurcated market where some things can go up even if the market generally is weak, and that's why you're always trying to pick your spots. Aussie, a little correlation to gold, maybe commodities outperform for a period, so maybe there's stock weakness, equity weakness, but maybe the commodity landscape trades better. And if you look at energy, energy's doing really well. So I wonder if these commodity currencies, Aussie and CAD, are the two I'm going to focus on, could get out of their own way. The CAD is in a volatility compression. And a volatility compression is just where you get wound tighter and tighter. Call it a symmetrical triangle, call it what you will. The breakout looms, and it could go either way. If the Canadian dollar can break out to the upside, it follows oil, which has been on a nice run. Energy equities have been on a nice run. So again, we might see stocks generally, we might see a more risk-off market, but maybe commodities outperform for a period of time. So that's a thought exercise that we'll have together. You'd need some confirmation. You need Aussie and CAD to get over some big hurdles, but if they could do that, they would really look good for a trade for a period of time. Markets are in a bit more of an exhaustion phase. That head and shoulders top, as always, will continue to give you videos. We've got things on tap all week long to keep you updated on market conditions. And then, as always, we will review how the week went and get prepared for the next week with the weekend trading room. Hope you enjoyed this currency recap. We'll see you next time.